Hey, Cancerians, welcome in. This is your 2026 big picture look ahead to 2026. We're doing this at the end of November 2025. I believe this is a ramp up time for the energy of 2026. 2025 has really been a bridge year. If you're interested in the more detailed workshop about 2026, you can grab that below. I did a 3-hour workshop. It's about to turn into a 4-hour workshop because I'm adding a module about the North Node shifting into Aquarius next year. That is going to be all of us stepping into our power around the collective, doing what we need to do, helping who we need to help around the collective. So before we get there, that's happening in July. But before we get there, the major planets are going to be shifting back into these new energies. So Pluto is in Aquarius for the duration, 20 years. We just had Uranus shift back into Taurus. So Cancer, you have Aquarius in the 8th house and Taurus in the 11th house of your social networks and fame. Okay. So a lot about what I'm seeing for you in 2026 is about power dynamics and your social standing or your ability to lead in your career. You've got Aries up there in the 10th house, and we're going to have Saturn and Neptune stepping in there February 20th for you to for you to absolutely present yourself in a new career. There's something about what's going on between now and February 20th that you might be kind of percolating an idea or whatever, but that Pluto energy in the 8th house of power struggles, Pluto is all about power. And 8th house is also about shared resources. So if we're looking at the big picture here and looking at Jupiter also in your sign going retrograde right now until March 10th, there may be something about shared resources that creates a power struggle in your life, or you're not wanting to share resources or something like that. So let's get into the reading. I'll talk more about your astrology, but I'm definitely seeing that energy of you when Jupiter moves into the 2nd house of Leo next year. You're going to be infinitely more creative and powerful and reap the financial rewards of that versus what's happening right now, which can be about maybe giving up some shared resources or giving up some resources in order to create a new career. And then next year it's going to get good in terms of the money. Okay. So let's see what's going on here. Spiritual cleansing, veiled, something going on behind the scenes here. Divinity, spiritual, nature spirits. Wow. Some of you are really very called to nature. That could be the theme of your new career path. A spiritual connection to Mother Earth that's been percolating for a long time. This has been something that you have known about yourself for a long time. And maybe you're giving up a lot of shared resources in order to follow your dream. Okay. So let's see what's happening here. The nature spirits does seem to come out a lot when I look at your chart. Okay. It just says, I don't know. It comes out a lot in your readings. I mean, and there's definitely something here for you that is going to be part of your future. So Judgment, wake up call, Queen of Cups, 3 of Swords, the 10 of Wands, the 7 of Swords. I feel like you're getting free. The 9 of Cups, which is happiness. I feel like you're getting free of an oppressive energy in your life. Maybe it's some kind of money problem because the 8th house is also about taxes. It's about things that we don't talk about in polite company, debt, divorce, things like that. And the 8th house with a Pluto transiting in that 8th house for the next 20 years. This is going to be a transformation of how you view your power. maybe moving away from hoarding money or having to pay a lot of money in taxes or pay a lot of money in a divorce or something like that. And you're really moving into a different kind of life, something that's much more spiritually based. All needs met. All needs will be met. Okay. And it's like in your head, you're like, oh, I have to have all this money in order for my needs to be met. Actually, I don't know about that. There's the power struggle here with the Four of Pentacles showing up right out the gate. Eight of Swords. This is exactly what I was just saying. There's a mindset about how much money you need in order to retain your power. Hermit, stepping into being a spiritual guide, guru, shaman. Six of Cups, Hanged Man, and the King of Wands. So there's, let's see who I'm seeing here. I'm seeing Virgo energy, Aries energy. So I feel like you're surrendering to the childhood dream. King of Swords, the Moon, and the King of Cups. Look at all those that King energy. So King and Queen of Cups, I feel like this is for your masculine energy is being directed toward something that you've always wanted to do. And it has to do with nature. Being out in nature. This could be like, let's see, I'll give you some examples. Could be a gardening kind of business or because we're moving into the age of Aquarius, it can be about something to do with resources on the planet and your ability to campaign or have a voice in how we're using our resources or how we're destroying the earth, global warming. This could be a big part of this, of your shift forward. Right now with this moon energy, I'm still in the energy of the new moon in Scorpio as I'm doing this reading. So that has impact on the reading. Even though I'm looking ahead to 2026, we are in a new moon in Scorpio. And it's like the death of an old idea, the death of an idea around power and control and domination, because you're shifting into a very spiritual path, a very spiritual year. I think next year is the year of the fire horse. Where did I see that? I can't remember, but I'll look at that too. And there's something very creative about that. So, Saturn and Neptune shifting into your 10th house of career. There's something that you're very passionate about, that you're now clear as to how to take action on it. There's something about this time between now and February 20th, when Saturn and Neptune step into your 10th house. Between now and then, you're letting go of a power struggle, letting go. What is this power struggle? Yeah, Six of Swords, moving away from it. Knight of Swords, there's still some rage about this. Page of Swords, and the Fool. So it's not really telling me what it is. It could be different for each one of you, but you're definitely getting out from under some kind of oppressive partner, business partner. Because remember, Pluto in that 8th house of shared resources. You could be surrendering your financial life, okay, because of that shared resources in Pluto, because you're just like, it's only getting smaller, or it's only getting more blocked. The more I hang on to this money or this power, the more I'm blocked creatively. So I'm stepping out of that. You may have to work on healing, because I'm getting this spiritual cleansing card. You may have to work on healing your rage about this. I feel like you feel it's very unfair. What's happening right now is very unfair. Five of Wands. 10 of Swords. It's going to be over soon. Let me get a timing card on that. 3 of Pentacles. You got new partners, new path. 4 of Swords. So I think you're going to need to call it. Okay. 3 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 8 of Swords, 10 of Swords. You're going to need to call this, like let's see, what can I do here? I'm going to use this deck in terms of a timing and see if I can get closer to the timing. But you know what's going on with you and this Scorpio new moon. Right, we're going to have a Sagittarius new moon. But first we have a Gemini full moon. It could be in early December of this year. The Scorpio full moon is next May 1st. So between now and May 1st, it's definitely, the cycle of death is definitely going to be over. Okay, so any more specific timing on surrendering to the end of this? Leo, 3 of Cups on the next holiday, Thanksgiving in the United States. 4 of Cups, you've been dragging your feet here. Page of Swords, what's the message that's trying to come through for you right now? The faster, okay, thank you. The faster you surrender to this, the faster you're going to move into your new life. If you hang on and drag your feet, then you're going to stay. You're not going to reap the happiness quickly, okay? It's required. This is like a spiritual moment of transition for you to say, all right, I'm letting go of this. It's time for me to step onto my new timeline. Time for you to step onto your new timeline. That's the message here. And because there may be some rage around this, the unfairness of this, you might really need to do some spiritual work on healing that. And that might be in nature. Okay, nature may be the balm, B-A-L-M, for you. Nature, what about nature? 8 of Wands, 2 of Swords, Temperance, and the 6 of Wands. The faster, again, the faster you get rid of this, the faster you end this cycle, the less you're going to hold on to pain. You're going to have to work through that pain and let go, maybe let go of money, some kind of money, resources, or whatever. But you're stepping into this king energy, King of Wands, King of Swords, King of Cups. What we're missing here is King of Pentacles. Okay? King of Earth. That's part of nature spirits. And no new money will come in until you let go of this old situation. Okay? No new money will come in until you let go of this. So talk to me about this moon energy. I'm still in, and you're watching this, if you're watching this the day I publish it, we're still in the new moon in Scorpio energy. The death energy. Yes, the Sun card, 5 of Pentacles, the Death card, wow, and the Empress. Whoopsie. This, I feel like this might be it. Somebody else that's around you, somebody that you may be relinquishing this money to, maybe this is a divorce or something like that you're relinquishing this money to, is the source of why the money is collapsing. Okay. Their worry, concern, this person could be somebody who's all about money. Okay. And we just had Uranus move back into Taurus, and that is your 11th house. And this is, it's important that you relinquish these resources so that you can be ready to be king energy in this new chapter. And King of Pentacles is definitely hovering over this reading. It's like it's waiting. Your new life is waiting for you to finish this old life. Death and rebirth at the same time. Your new life is waiting for you to finish this old life, get rid of the old money. Old money? Okay, old money. And step into the dream of your future, this childhood dream about nature or being part of nature, or some kind of like, I don't know, like maybe You are a nature guide. Maybe you take people on nature adventures. Maybe you have an outdoor gear kind of dream or something like that. It's going to be, that will be very, let's see, this new dream in terms of financial, going to have partners or collaboration. Two of Swords, the Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, Two of Cups. I feel like you're also blocking doing it with a partner. It's not the partner you're with right now. That needs to go. That needs to end. That old money needs to go with that person. I feel like you're really resisting on a lot of fronts here, resisting this new chapter because you don't want to share. There's something about sharing, or there's something about this collaboration may have gotten off on the wrong foot. Okay. Or maybe didn't go anywhere. And so you're like, no, I'm never going to sign a contract that I will share resources with anybody ever again. And that's what's stopping you. Okay, let's keep going. I will talk more about the Jupiter in your sign of Cancer. The reason I talked about Uranus moving back into Taurus is that Uranus blows up our foundations of security so that we can implement something new. Okay. And the second house, you have Leo in there. And so that's going to be moving in. We have the Leo sign, the Leo energy here too. That's next July. That's the same time we have Aquarius moving into the north node moving into Aquarius. There's something about Jupiter moving into Cancer in July that's going to bring about your creative success. But in this time between now and then, it's the shift between the old money and the new money, the old partner and the new partner. So this is a major shift, and it's spiritually driven. It's also driven by some kind of childhood dream. Okay, so let's continue on. Link is below if you want to continue on with me, Cancer. I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.